we're here, right? Justina, I see you're smiling. But what I want to say now is that I just want to have fun with my friend. And I suppose my friend also likes to have fun. So she is a very good friend of mine. And today we just want to be bored, you know? We don't want to do too much, but at the same time, we want to get to know maybe who is this Justina? Huh? Who is this cosmic pigeon? We don't know. This is just the beginning of this cosmic pigeon, and we don't know how this pigeon even sound like because so far only I am talking. Okay,
That's
let's.
true.
Yeah, now she's talking. Hey, Justina, how are you doing?
I'm very good.
Yeah,
Uh,
very
yeah,
good.
yeah, I've been sick all the week. Now I'm feeling delightful.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's say you want to start this YouTube channel, right? Because personally, I think she has so much wisdom that she disregards, like as a friend, I see that she disregards all her wisdom. And then I thought to myself, she has to just express, what's wants to come out because it's been there for perhaps past many years, at least the way that I see it. And we are good friends because we were stuck in, stranded in Nepal together during Corona. And we got to know each other very well. And at some point, we were just living really next to each other. Therefore, we really had so much fun together and we laughed, we cried perhaps together. And this really created a very strong bond, perhaps, between us. And she's really like my sister because only my sister can take what I, you know, present to her. And that level, I just treats Justina the same way, being always so annoying and being always so mean, like an older brother. But she's just so compassionate toward me. So I would like this to be also out, in the public. This compassion, I want to be in the public. Therefore, we're doing this. Therefore, if Justina slowly, perhaps get rid of that shyness, perhaps get rid of that, rigidness, man, you don't know what's coming. But I'm telling you, something big, something cosmic, something really pigeony is going to, emerge. And Justina, I know that you might now in your head go through some stuff because we talked about it before the meeting that this is a little bit, for you it's a new territory and for you it's like kind of this digital world. Maybe it's not so overlaid with reality of you, me and you wouldn't talk like this, for example, before the meeting. We would be like really just like so much playful together and slowly, we will bring that playfulness into these meetings as well. But first, we gotta get you to a speed, First, we gotta allow ourselves to be in this fear of, what if this is boring? Or fear of, what if I have nothing to say? Fear of, what if, what I say is not the way I want to say it? Because that's how much I know you, right? And now, just allow it to come out, whatever wants to come out. Tell me what's up.
What's up? What's up in my mind? Now you're telling all these things, and I just think about one tradition we had when we were in Nepal.
Yeah,
It's about boredom. Remember we had no coffee, like no good coffee.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And there was a coffee grinder, like the mechanical one with the
Wow,
hands.
yeah, 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 yeah. We had to grind coffee for hours to get one cup of.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, beautiful.
And you said the idea came to my mind that there's nothing boring if there's some kind of like intention or goal in it. Like for example, if the goal is to do nothing, that's the goal. So you just do nothing. So there was a goal to have a cup of coffee, and I was grinding. I remember every morning, for
Wow.
us, I was grinding coffee for half an hour just to have
Wow.
those 2 cups of coffee, and it was not boring. It was I just very focused, that I want that coffee.
Wow, you blew my mind. Damn.
Yeah,
I did not know that this is going to be so profound, these meetings, because it's very personal, you know. Now you took me to that time, and I realized that the details, the details
yeah,
that you live become very important in life. And damn, thank you.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think it was broken, but
yeah,
we were really like we adapted to that coffee grinder
yeah.
so good.
Because also, like, there was lockdown, we could not do anything. And we had to just go through this. And you were so generous also. I was so perhaps useless in that regard because you were the only person just half an hour grinding coffee with that, I would say, manual coffee grinder that perhaps it was very manual. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter, The boredom on its own is it's an activity. Okay, carry on. Don't let me get lost
No,
in
I
the
just
memory.
I just feel like many things, since you mentioned our connection and about the lockdown, and I feel many people still have a lot of memories about those times. So for us, we were just like in the middle of the jungle, partially,
Yeah.
and we didn't have much to do, but somehow we all managed to do something
Get
every
along,
day.
We all managed. We became a really nice community of people that
Yeah.
so many ups and downs as well, like so many dramas came out,
Oh yeah.
and plenty of children's, right? At least a few children I know that they are born from the lockdown times, that
Really?
they were
I didn't know
conceived in the lockdown time, that people that met each other and the lockdown brought them together, right? And then they
that.
even are married or have children together. It's insane that how things can turn out all of a sudden with some a small incident in life.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Well,
it wasn't so small, but yeah.
uh, well, what about me? I didn't have children, but we had a puppy, remember?
Yeah, wow. The puppy
And
that
it was gone because ravens took it,
yeah,
like or
yeah,
some
I think
birds.
that
I
the
don't know.
story is also nice. It's good for boredom. Tell the story. Tell the story of puppy. There were so many things to it. Like first it was lost for a few days, but then like so many days we were looking for it, right?
No, I don't think so. I think when it got lost because the birds took her and they never came back.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, she never came back, but we were searching for days. Maybe that's why you remember that it was lost for days because we
yeah.
never lost hope, like
Yeah,
we were not bored,
yeah,
we always had some things to do, like not to lose hope,
yeah,
that
yeah.
the puppy is still alive.
Yeah, and also I remember every memory that was a joke also alongside that, oh, you were missing the puppy a lot, but then it turned out to be like a running joke that, oh, now the puppy is not here to experience this. I also remember Tigre, right? Then the cat came in.
Tigre was the cat. Yeah, it was a yeah, that was an interesting cat. The cat left when I left, but we were never friends. Like we never bonded, but somehow when I left, Tigre left too. So maybe the bond was stronger than I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I just know that I was blamed for the puppy's flyover to
Abduction.
to Nepal.
Yeah, I think you were
Yeah.
not pretty much blamed, but I think you have that tendency to kind of blame yourself a little bit, no?
No, no, no. I was cooking food in that place we called kitchen, you know.
Yeah, yeah. In that place
And
we
it was
call
very
kitchen.
close to the action place, you know. Like everyone saw it, but since I was the closest, they expected me to do something, but I didn't know what's happening. I just thought that the dog had a fight with Tigre, the cat, and
Yeah.
yeah, so it was never boring, but in the end, we actually had nothing to do. If we look from the perspective people live in Western world, you know.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. The Western world. I think you like that.
I am very much like that. Now I'm planning to have a lot of work coming months.
Yeah.
Yeah, like really, it's in my head. Just not to have any free time. But I don't think it's a good idea. Because I think a lot of things, beautiful things, born from the boredom, not from the action. It's not the boredom in the end, you know. It's just being.
Tell me more.
I just came back from India recently, and I was visiting one of my friend's parents. They are Indians, and I know the father. He's like having like Bhagavad Gita lessons every
Yeah.
day, and he was not very keen to meet me because I was just a stranger who was passing by. But he still came to say hi, and I don't think he even said hi. He just asked a question. What are you doing here in India? And I said, being. That was our conversation. He really liked my answer, you know,
Yeah.
because I was just being, you know, just, I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know what you are doing?
Exactly. Not at all. I'm not sure about the guy, but I don't know what I'm doing anyway. That's what I always tell to my audience as well. I don't know what I'm doing. All I'm doing is just doing, all I'm doing is just this is it. There is nothing to it. There is nothing beyond it. There is nothing after it. There is nothing before it. It's just this. And any video also that I make from the past, it's not me, that's just like how I approach life. My yesterday is not me at all, it's like I don't really personally have so many photographs of myself, or if I had, I deleted all of them. I mean, I'm a very, very active person in taking photos of myself. I started the whole photography world from self portraits, and made so many perhaps deep self portraits of myself, but at the end, none of them was me. And I really recommend self portrait to so many people generally, because even if you look at from the previous times of digital or cameras in general, even painters, they were just painting self portraits because they wanted to really picture this thing that they're going through, There was no timeline for people in the past, let's say, to see themselves, like now we have images and photos of yourself that you see 20 years ago, right? And none of them really matters. None of them really have any value. Even it's not you, that person is just like gone, completely gone. It's not you. But just because in the modern world we come to face that, this creates so much insane timeline for us. It's like, oh shit, man, like
Yeah.
yesterday photo and then 20 years photo. And this is all also in our experience every day. My phone, like, it's just, if I don't turn off notifications, I catch all these notifications, but some of them they just pop out somehow. And my phone is just like, give me after 6 months, oh, reminder of this event, and makes this gallery photos next to each other for itself and show it to me, right? And all of a sudden I see this notification and I open up, there's something that I was doing 2 years ago with some people, right? I was like, who
Who
is
are
this
these
person?
people?
Who is this person anyway? But this just, the world creates that timeline for you in your head. But at the end, none of it is really you. Even the future you is not you that is here, right? And let's say a person in 200 years ago, what they had, it was just a portrait of themselves if they were rich enough, that
Yeah.
someone draw. And then you go 1,000 years ago, like, come on, it's just like, what do you mean? What do you mean plan? How can I plan, for example? Because I don't have any timeline in my head, It's just like
Yeah.
life is very concentrated that I only feel this, It's like I cannot feel future, I cannot feel the past. Therefore, there is only this. But now we can easily ask that from people. Like you can easily say, oh, what's your plan for next summer, for example, 6 months from now, like a year. People, especially, this was also some cultural difference for me with the Westerners when I came to approach this whole world of global world. I realized, damn, planning is a big thing in the white man's
I
head,
remember you were mentioning it.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, what is planning? Like, why would you want to plan ahead for 1 year? For me, it was not so much comprehensive. Not that I was not aware of it, but I could easily see for myself that this only ruins my life. It's just like it takes all my agency away if I have to think 6 months ahead. Damn. And then not only that, you plan for something that you don't know if you feel like it or not. It's just like, yeah, concert, 6 months, book a concert ahead. For me was like, damn, how would you know that if you feel like the concert in that time, it's only maybe tomorrow. Do you want to go to this concert tomorrow? Then perhaps you do it. But planning was big for me to realize that how West is really needs these calendar and planning in life. Otherwise, they feel lost. Otherwise, they cannot do their job. And it goes even further than that. I want to end my rant here. I want you to talk a little bit more, but it's nice. I enjoy this. It's really actually nice to talk this way together. But when I went to Denmark, this is the extreme. I'm talking like I cannot imagine somewhere in the world can be like this. They calculate the year based on week numbers, right? So they tell you, okay, week number 38. You ask them what date is it or what is it? And they was like, oh, it's week number 42. And you're like, what? So put it aside, they calculate based on week numbers and they plan based on week numbers. So everyone knows that week number, for example, 32 to 38 is always that summer holiday, or all
Yeah.
this culturally is there, right? And the funny part is, it's really hard to get people to do spontaneous things. For example, I was going to There I was doing software development, and I was going to office sometimes. And if after work you wanted to get a coffee, let's say with a friend, with a colleague, right? You would ask, "Oh, do you want to grab a coffee?" And that person would be like, "Oh yeah, when? Week number 39, I'm free." I'm like, man, it's a coffee. Let's go have it now. It's just
Yeah.
what is this? I have to think about even having a coffee with you like 2 weeks ahead. This is insane. This is like absolutely insane. So of course you feel lonely. Of course you will just feel disconnected with everything because you don't allow yourself to do things spontaneously. And then you have to just sit there and wait for someone to come and mutually plan something with you. It's like, damn, this does not
Yeah.
work. But anyways, I really talked so much, but it was good. Good run.
No, I'm
Yeah.
glad because usually if we have a talk, a call, you make me talk.
Yeah.
Now I'm paying for it. uh,
Okay.
I just have one idea, and I was like really trying not to lose it because my mind jumps like very
Yeah.
fast, and I kind of lost it, but it was still about the boredom because
Yeah.
this is what is our little talk
Yeah.
is about.
Yeah.
So remember that thing? It was very popular before when people were taking their pictures, like the because why it came to my mind because you were telling that you were taking pictures of yourself.
Yeah.
So remember they were like taking every day for 8 years,
Yeah.
and what is main thing in that picture that the person is not moving. Isn't
Yeah.
it boring? But somehow it's not boring. People were watching it a lot. They were like watching that 8 years of pictures, and somehow it was not boring.
Yeah, I
So
mean, like it's a stimulation for your brain, right? At the end, I would say it's a it's a double-edged sword. It's good to have that as well, and it's good to not have it. So I think I don't know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
You
I can tell.
continue.
No, but I mean, I think I was looking a bit too deep because the guy in the picture, let's say, in 8 years of pictures, he's not moving, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I
But
understand. I
but his
understand
face
the
is
concept. Yeah,
changing, so it's like the boredom. It's never stagnation.
yeah,
People think that boredom is stagnation, but it's never stagnation.
yeah,
The it still goes on.
yeah. Now,
So
now I'm mind blown. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, sure.
It doesn't show here, but in my
Yeah,
head, I'm like thinking so hard right now, and that's good. You keep talking. Yeah,
I could talk.
you keep talking. Yeah,
I keep talking. Okay. I had another idea, but that's the thing that I really don't like to interrupt people, and I don't like to be interrupted. But yeah, if I don't interrupt, I don't remember what I wanted to say.
yeah.
You were talking about.
But it doesn't matter what we were talking about, right? It's just all the concept is doesn't matter anyway, right? The boredom itself is just the whole thing. Even if every single second, okay, you remembered something, tell me.
No, I just there was a idea that people, like you were talking about the planning and how busy they are,
Yeah,
and it's nothing new that I'm going to say that people are not that happy because they're actually so busy that there's no place to feel peace or at least a bit of excitement. Like they force themselves to be excited, like to go to that concert or something. But sometimes when you don't do anything, you're more excited. Like I was sick these few days, not few days, a week, and I accidentally found that my pocket in my hoodie has a pocket.
yeah.
I was so happy. That was the highlight of my day. Yeah, it's like pocket in a pocket. Why? I don't know why, but it's there and it's so much fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm just miserable.
Damn, no, that's just so beautiful. Yeah, you're miserable for sure. That's not, that's not gonna change because we all are miserable, We all are just anyway going through this misery. But then finding the parts in life that allows you to be aware of the misery. Man, there's nothing better than this because anyway, this humanness is misery. This life, anyway, if you look at it with mind, is misery. But then if we bring down ourselves to the really existential level, it's not misery at all because this is existence, you can just have fun with it as well. You can just really enjoy it, really chill, really not think so much. You can just like lay back and relax. But we like the misery, kinda, we like the
It's
stimulation.
addiction.
Yeah, of course, and that's just the mother man's problem anyway, that's what's when I say mother is man, I mean human, but more directed toward this masculine energy, and then the world is going through the masculine, the world is just like at least the masculine was really pulling for 1,000 years, really hard, and the world is just like getting so close to this mind and destruction and just like atom bombs and shit. We are really getting stretched. And we are in that point that if this masculine wins, the planet like might get destructed, just like, damn, this masculine dissolves into cosmic energy, right? Which that's for the masculine is fine. But for us human, miserable humans are like, do we want to be destroyed? Do we want to be like pulled and just completely explode? Or now we just could empower the feminine, it's like, okay, now feminine, now all the people, all the humans, just come on this side. We want to pull this way. Let's just enjoy life, let's just live it. Let's just like really have fun with it. Which for the past perhaps not so many years, the feminine part is also getting to the masculine part, this pull is very strong. But I think eventually the feminine will win. Eventually the creator side will win rather than the destructive side. And it's not a matter of winning or losing because eventually it doesn't really matter. But what matters, that's what we're talking about, this misery. It's like we are in this whole thing. You cannot do anything about it unless you individually shift, right? Unless you individually come out of this push and pull and look at it like, oh, holy shit, let me just enjoy my time here. Let them do their thing. I will just like have fun because eventually nothing really matters.
Yeah, but somehow you still try to survive.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You
the
sit
fun
there
in
in your jungle, but there's people in Denmark, for example,
it. Yeah, that's not my
planning the week
responsibility.
42.
Yeah, but that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is at the end change my way of living and then maybe create this. What are we creating here? Awareness, it's like people are watching this. People will watch this. People will be from Denmark watching this. And then that clicks in their head. It's like, holy shit, do I want to really live my life like this or like this guy or like the other guy? Something that does not involve so much of a misery. Yeah, I'm also in the misery. I'm also in the suffering. Look at me sitting here creating content, right? But at the end, my misery is fun. My suffering, it just feels good, at the end. I promise you, we publish this. This is your first experience. But I promise you, we publish this and you feel so relieved. You're like, holy shit. As if you just took a shit, as if you just like simply dropped something that it does not want to be inside, it wants to come out. And it's just like simply as if you just went to the toilet and relieved yourself. This is
Best
not,
time of the day.
and this is not to just like insult the audience, I'm not insulting anyone. I'm just saying at the end of the day, I personally tell my audience, look, if you're watching me, if you're creating this bond with me, this has to be on a really high level. This has to be on a really human compassion level, because if it's low level, man, don't follow me, don't watch me, because I have nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
literally I have nothing for you. What I have is this bullshit, is this shit that I'm releasing. So you take it with compassion. You take it with just simply looking at someone else's misery. And that's it. More beautiful than this, I cannot put it, Justina.
It's for audience or for me?
What?
You were telling this for audience or for me?
For everyone.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but it,
I'm taking it.
thank you. Thank you. But I'm
Oh,
just saying,
thank
like,
you.
yeah. And I'm just saying that that's the same thing that I, always preach anyway. This is miserable life, but I promise you, I'm blissful in it. That's just like how much fun I'm having. And I just want to share it with everyone and with you, of course, because you know that there is a big chunk of us really entangled in a very crazy loving state. The rest is just like making fun of each other and laugh. The rest is like that. Maybe this video became about me more. Let's make it about you, Justina. We want to put this in your channel.
No, I
Yeah.
like it that it's about you, you know.
Oh, okay.
I like
Okay.
to listen.
Yeah, I know. But
Finally.
it's your channel. I want your audience to see if they fit with you. Who is this person? Because my audience, anyway, they have their channel. But your audience, who are these? Who are you looking for, Justina? It's like for me personally, when I started this YouTube channel, I was like, look, I don't want to, you know, fuck around really. I want to find the right person to talk to. I don't want to just like create content that grab attention. That's not my goal, because I'm not here to grab anyone's attention. I'm here to really communicate with people through a different medium, through a different level of consciousness, not through just like, oh shit, yeah, we do this, we have fun, or like I cut all my videos and put them all together, nothing, and that person is like, oh shit, this guy is very smart. But no, I don't want to communicate with people like that. And now I made it clean. In my channel, it's like, yo, I am the boss, This is a spiritual dictatorship. You have no, ground here. But beyond this, I only have love for you. If I see you in real life, damn, it's only love. I'm not gonna be like this asshole, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Anyways, this digital version of us, Justina, you gotta realize it's a very free version. It's very awesome. I love this channel because it allows me to not give a shit about anything. Why? Because I'm the boss. I'm in this dictatorship. Audience will choose to watch me or not. I don't care. But at the end, I create a bond in a way that so many of them know that how much I love them. And that's how it works. For you, who are you looking for, Justina, to talk to? Who is this target audience generally? What is this going on in your head that wants to come out? What is this human misery that wants to come out? What do you think? Nothing.
No, but like, okay, now you were talking and saying good stuff. And I was thinking, because you said, like, this is my channel, not your channel. But so a few ideas came into my mind, like how the silence is important in music, to make good music. Listening is important in conversation. So I'm just listening because you have good stuff to say. I might have it too, but if I'm planning to continue, I will be back to that. Like, because this is how my brain works. Like, it goes and goes, like, from one thing to another, and I'm still, like, very, very stuck. So you're just helping me.
Yeah,
And I'm not talking much, but it's the beginning.
it's just the
So,
beginning. I like that. Okay,
yeah.
so you want me to be the center of attention now? I can be
I
that.
mean, you already are.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just saying, take this attention from me and slap the shit out of me, throw me away out of this channel. How would you do that? I'm sure you can, but you're just so
I would
compassionate.
censor your face
Okay, okay. That that felt a
for
little
the
bit
start.
heartbreaking. But imagine that would be nice also, just like no, it wouldn't be. It would be
No,
cringe,
no,
you
no,
know.
no. You have a nice face. It's
Okay,
okay.
okay, thank you. Thank you, yeah. But it would also be like, but conceptually doesn't make sense really, because already people know what we're gonna do. So maybe next time. But
Did I spoil something accidentally?
no, 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 not at
Did I
all.
spoil something I don't know that I
No, you might have spilled something, but you never really spoiled. But you spilled wisdom, you know?
was
Yeah, you spilled some wisdom, and I love that, you know? And I'm sure everyone else who is watching this conversation, they're also in love, because we're all in love generally. If someone really stood until this point of this conversation, I don't know how many minutes we've been talking.
I wanted to check.
38 minutes
Oh,
or something. 30? No,
wow, that's
maybe
not, no way.
maybe the meeting was we left it alive a little bit. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that whoever has been listening up until now, Justina, they're looking for something and they found it here. You know what I'm saying? It's like they found it here because they wouldn't be like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I don't know how many minutes is here. They're listening to us. You know what that means? It's just like, damn, they got to have some connection with us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who would want to waste their time? 20 minutes, people that they just have really not even so much time for themselves these days. Give us time, And that's what I do these contents for, for that a few person that watches this whole fully, because imagine how strong is that. Like I always tell my audience that those are the ones that I'm sincerely thankful for, because those are the ones that giving me this possibility to be here. Otherwise, yes, I have a video that has like a 10K, let's say, view, but how many of them really watched it? It's like a very small percentage of that really went from the beginning to the end of it. And the average somewhere is usually around 30%, 40% average view duration. But most people, they click because the title is perhaps attractive, the thumbnail is attractive. They click, first word you say, they're like, oh shit, I don't feel like this guy. They go out, right? And then there are only a few people that they watch long enough for full. Therefore, we are so blessed. It's insane. That's why I'm just like, help you in this direction, because I know you will be like, damn, this is a open world. Now I own this channel, like no one can touch me. Maybe Google, can delete my channel, but I'm just gonna follow the community guidelines and I don't do shit so much, you know. But on the side, I'm making my own school, you know, and then I can talk exclusive things because it's just absolutely myself, you know. And this is insane. And I want you on this, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's still very hard to imagine for me. Like I said before, like half of the things you're saying, I don't understand. No, but not in
Yeah, yeah,
what you
yeah,
said in
yeah.
this video. I understood, but I mean, what you were telling about this kind of digital stuff you're doing, I'm like,
Yeah,
for
but
me,
that's
it's
what
very
I'm
hard
here
to
for.
imagine.
Yeah, but that's what I'm here for, you know. I'm the tech savvy guy. For me, these are like the simplest things. Just like I look at the screen and I can tell you that how the statistics in 1 minute do, you know. I don't need to do so much research and stuff because I've done this for the past perhaps 20 years of my life, you know, like being chronically online. This is my job, you know. And I give it a purpose at least, you know. But at the end, there is no purpose. At the end, I want people to know that they gotta figure this shit out, you know? They gotta come out of this thing that is really holding them back. And this, what we are doing, Justina, is only going to help people. So free yourself, like let go. Whatever is holding you back to spill more wisdom, don't.
Don't,
Don't. Don't stop
don't,
yourself from not spilling
don't
more
spill the
wisdom.
wisdom.
Yeah. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Do you want to end it or you want to talk a little bit with me? Which one do you like? What's your
I feel it's for the first video, it's quite long video.
It's fine. We don't care about the lengths. We want to have fun. Are you having fun? You want to
I am
continue?
having fun.
Then continue.
I'm an overthinker, you know. I'm thinking about every person who's going to watch this, you
No,
know.
we don't care. That's why they watch it. That's why they watch it. That's why they're here. Because we don't care. We don't make this for them. We make this for ourselves, and that's why they love it. That's why it's genuine. That's why it's not selling any shit to them. That's why they feel that this guy is having fun with himself. Why would hold any grudge against this guy? And if you have fun with yourself, no one will hold grudge against you. We're like, yo, damn, do I want to watch this person having fun with herself? They will be like, yeah. I'm not talking about OnlyFans though. We're like, oh yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Just enjoy your life and people will be like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I wanted to say something. I forgot. It's
Ah,
just
damn.
no, because still I'm coming back to the title of this video about boredom.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't really matter. Title doesn't matter.
yeah,
The
yeah. I know.
title concept, if they are not bored at all. We said let us be bored, and we've been talking for the past 30 minutes. None of them are bored anyway, you know. So
Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. That I'm never bored, to be honest. Like
exactly, that's
I
nice.
don't. That's why I don't have much to say about it. I'm always. I'm actually craving for not doing anything ever. But it's not that easy when you have phone in your hand, you know. You still do something, you still scroll and other stuff. So it's
Yeah.
and then another thought, maybe I thought that maybe for it's for the next video or something. But the name my name is Cosmic Pigeon,
Yeah.
right? And what is pigeon? It was
What
a
is
very important bird, you know. It was sending messages.
okay?
So
Do you want to talk about it now? We can talk about it now. I mean, But
Just a
look,
messenger.
but what also we say, it does not have any importance, you know? So don't
Mm,
think about yourself that this is a content that I want to make for another video. What we say does not matter, you know? It's like we don't make a big deal out of what comes in our head because that's the first barrier of any highly intelligent person, you know? I consider you a very highly intelligent person. And the first barrier is that my ideas are gonna run out. This never happens. If you get rid of this, put it aside, you realize that there will always be something to say if you want to make content about something, right?
mm.
And there will always be ideas. Ideas will you will never run out of them. And I say this because I also know you a little bit. You have so many really good concepts we talk about. You have really nice concepts. But also, just because you feel like maybe it's boring for so many people, therefore, I gotta hold up to those ideas that are top notch. You know, whenever I see someone, I can bring it up and talk about it and feel not so boring. You know, I'm just saying, don't do that. I promise you, Justina, now I caught you on camera. Now you cannot be that Justina that can tell me off right now. I can be the bully right now,
I
right?
really want. Wait, you can be the bully right now, just right now, because
Yeah,
before you never were a
yeah,
bully, right?
exactly. So I will be the bully right now because I know that you're just so compassionate right now, right? And take that compassion. I take it. All I'm just saying is spill your guts out. Forget about the content itself. Forget about the audience. Just have fun. Tell me about the pigeon.
It left, you know. But the pigeon is the best bird ever. Come on.
Yeah.
It's the closest bird to the human being, and the cosmic pigeon is the closest bird to the human being.
Nice. Beautiful. Look how you put things together. I don't know what to say. This is fantastic. Now tell me about the cosmic pigeon and why do you choose pigeon? Why do you say pigeon is human like? Why do you say that? We don't know. I don't know. Maybe they also don't know they're watching, you know? What is this pigeon? Why do you choose pigeon? Why do you like pigeon? Why do you think pigeon is like human?
They're not like human, they're closest to the human, not by how they act, but they are our friends. You know,
Okay.
like other birds, they're like, oh, we're birds. But pigeons, they think they're buddies, you know, buddies of
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah. Like
And
dogs.
humans, they mistreat them because what you do with your friends, you mistreat them all the time, like you do with me.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
joking.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but come
I
on,
really
they were sending messages 100 years ago, and
yeah.
I mean, they are very smart, you know, and very beautiful. So and very funny and silly at the same time. They're everything. Pigeon is a perfect bird.
Yeah. Actually reminded me of like this being a pigeon man, you know, in Iran is I don't know the literal translation, let's say, um, a person who plays with pigeons. This is a literal translation. You call someone that lost everything to his pigeons because there is something when you have pigeons, you can have more pigeons, right? Because you train this pigeon to go bring another wild pigeon. Or you can even train this pigeon to go pick someone else's pigeon, you know? This whole this
It's a
whole
lot of
game,
pigeons.
yeah, this whole game becomes a very addictive thing for so many men. And they just lose everything to their pigeons. because you go on a rooftop and this person has like 100 pigeons and different styles, different colors, different ways, and sometimes this pigeon goes, never comes back, and this, imagine the emotional thing that this person is having with these pigeons, which anyway, in Iran, you call someone that they're useless generally, but at the end, that person is really having a good time, with his pigeons.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
they're really happy. I know these kind of people.
yeah.
My grandpa, my cousin,
Okay, okay.
half of my family. No, I'm joking. But yeah, because they just appreciate the pigeon.
Yeah,
Because this is what they need. Pigeons needs to be appreciated. And this is how pigeons very close to the humans. Because humans needs to be appreciated too.
nice. Okay. Let me get myself into the shade because my head is kind of, in a way, my brain is melting right now. It's like, the brain is kind of fat and so much
I can
heat.
see the
Yeah.
truth of the universe on your forehead.
Exactly. That much light.
And a car seat. Is it because you don't have a car right now and you feel nostalgic?
I think it's nice to be sitting on a car seat. Oh, wow. I feel the coolness. I feel the coolness in my brain, actually. It's like, but yeah, no, it's not flat, But okay, tell me, Justina, humans like pigeons need care.
No, I think it's enough for today about pigeons.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want to talk about
There
other
should be
things?
balance, how my grandmother is saying, like, what is too much is not healthy. So we need to keep it.
Yeah. Okay, let's just maybe finish up this session, huh?
Yeah.
How about that? And then we go in private. You tell me what's up. But anyway, I don't think anything will change. So this was a good run. I thank you for allowing me to be here. I thank you for just have fun together, because I feel like this could become bigger, and we will just enjoy our time together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thank whoever been watching here, perhaps even one person if watched it fully, you know. Much love, Justina, much
Much
love to you
love.
too.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.